What if the key to making her want you more is simply giving her space? Sounds bold, right? But here's the truth. When you pull back, everything changes. She starts noticing, questioning, and even pursuing you. In this video, I'll show you exactly why giving her space works and how it shifts the power in your favor. Trust me, by the end, you'll never see attraction the same way again. 1. She starts to question your value. When you give a woman space, something profound happens. She begins to question your value. Let's break this down step by step. In today's world, validation and attention have become the ultimate currency. Every time she posts a picture, she's likely met with a flood of likes and compliments. Every time she steps out, there's no shortage of people trying to catch her eye. For her, this attention isn't just a bonus, it's the norm. Now imagine what happens when you step out of this pattern. You're not liking her pictures, not texting her first, and not chasing after her. When she gives you the cold shoulder, it's an instant disruption to her world. Instead of feeling reassured that she has you wrapped around her finger, she's left wondering, why isn't he acting like all the others? This questioning isn't just curiosity, it's a shift in how she perceives you. People are naturally drawn to things they don't fully understand. The moment you stop being predictable, you force her to think deeper about who you are. She starts to replay your past interactions in her head, searching for signs of what makes you different. And this is where the real magic happens. When she starts questioning your value, she begins to elevate it in her mind. Giving her space isn't about playing mind games. It's about demonstrating that your worth doesn't depend on her validation. You're subtly saying, I don't need to prove myself to you. I know my value. In a world where most people seek validation, that kind of confidence stands out like a beacon. 2. Her ego takes a hit. Let's be honest, most people today are used to being the center of attention, especially if they're attractive. Social media has amplified this by a lot. Every selfie she posts gets hundreds of likes, and every story she shares has people reaching out to her. It's not that she's intentionally seeking validation, but the constant flow of attention becomes a natural part of her daily life. Now, what happens when you, the one person she thought might be interested, suddenly go silent? It's like a cold bucket of water on her ego. She might not show it outwardly, but internally there's a shift. She starts asking herself questions she hasn't had to confront in a long time. Did I misjudge him? Am I not as interesting as I thought? Why doesn't he seem affected by me? This hit to her ego isn't about making her feel bad. It's about creating space for her to see you differently. When you give her space, you're taking away something she's used to: effortless attention. And when that attention disappears, it forces her to reevaluate the dynamic between you two. But here's the key. Your silence has to come from a place of self-respect, not manipulation. You're not ignoring her to hurt her or play games. You're simply prioritizing yourself, your goals, and your peace of mind. This quiet confidence communicates something powerful. I'm not here to boost your ego. I'm here because I value myself, and I'll only give my energy to those who value me in return. Over time, this approach doesn't just make her respect you, it makes her crave your attention even more. 3. She starts to pursue you. Here's where the tables truly turn. When you give her space, you remove yourself from the cycle of constant validation. And do you know what happens when someone feels like they're losing something? They want it back even more. This is a basic psychological principle. Scarcity creates value. Think about it. When something is always available, we take it for granted. But the moment it becomes scarce, we start to appreciate its value. By giving her space, you're introducing scarcity into the dynamic. You're no longer the person who's always there, always replying instantly, and always making her feel like she's the center of your world. Instead, you become a person of mystery, someone she has to work to understand and eventually win over. This isn't about manipulation. It's about shifting the focus back onto yourself. While you're giving her space, you're not sitting around waiting for her to notice you. You're busy building your life, working on your goals, hitting the gym, exploring your passions, and becoming the best version of yourself. And guess what? That energy, that focus on self-improvement, is magnetic. When she sees that you're thriving without her, it sparks something in her. She starts to wonder, why is he so unbothered? What's going on in his life that's more important than me? That curiosity quickly turns into a desire to reconnect. And before you know it, she's the one texting first, liking your posts, and trying to get back into your good graces. But here's the secret. Don't break your self-respect. Keep focused on your own journey, and let her come to you. 4. She respects your boundaries. Boundaries are everything in today's dating world. Too many people fail to set clear boundaries, and as a result, they get taken for granted. When you give a woman space after she crosses a line, whether it's disrespect, manipulation, or simply taking you for granted, you're sending a clear message. I value myself too much to tolerate this behavior. At first, she may not like it. Many people today are used to getting their way, especially when others are eager to please. But over time, she'll come to respect you for standing your ground. Why? Because boundaries show strength. They demonstrate that you're not afraid to lose her if it means maintaining your self-respect. This is crucial because respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Without it, attraction fades and the dynamic becomes one-sided. When you give her space to uphold your boundaries, you're setting the stage for a relationship built on mutual respect, not one where you're constantly chasing her approval. And here's the kicker. When she sees that you're willing to walk away rather than compromise your values, she'll be drawn to you even more. People are naturally attracted to those who exude strength and confidence. By giving her space at the right moments, you're not just protecting your peace, you're earning her admiration. It forces her to reflect on her behavior. Sometimes, giving a woman space isn't just about creating distance. It's about giving her the opportunity to reflect. When you step back and stop engaging, you give her the chance to think about her actions and how they've affected the dynamic between you two. Maybe she's been taking you for granted, expecting you to always be there no matter what. Or perhaps she's been testing your patience with unnecessary drama or mixed signals. Whatever the case, your silence acts as a mirror for her to examine her behavior. This doesn't mean she'll immediately change or come running back, but it does plant a seed in her mind. She'll start to realize that not every person will tolerate her actions. Not everyone will stick around if they're not being treated with respect. This realization is powerful because it forces her to decide. Does she want to step up and meet your standards, or is she willing to let you go? Either way, you're in a win-win situation. If she chooses to improve and meet you halfway, you've set the foundation for a stronger connection. And if she doesn't, you've saved yourself from investing time and energy into someone who wasn't willing to reciprocate. 6. She sees you as high value. A high-value person doesn't chase, beg, or compromise their self-respect for anyone. And when you give a woman space, you're embodying this principle. Through your actions, you show her that you're not like the others. You're not desperate for her attention because you already know your worth. Modern people are drawn to those who have their own lives, passions, and goals. By giving her space, you subtly communicate that your life doesn't revolve around her. You're a person with purpose and direction, and that is incredibly attractive. The truth is, high-value individuals are rare. Most people today are too quick to give away their power, too afraid to lose someone's interest. But when you stand firm, when you show confidence in who you are, you set yourself apart. You become the kind of person others respect, admire, and are drawn to. The best part is, this isn't something you have to fake. It's a natural byproduct of focusing on yourself and living a life you're proud of. When you stop chasing and start thriving, you don't just attract attention, you keep it. 7. She feels the power shift. When you give a woman space, something remarkable happens. The balance of power in the relationship shifts. In most situations, especially when one person is chasing, the other often holds the majority of the power. They decide how and when things progress. But when you step back, you reclaim control over your energy and attention. This shift in power doesn't mean you're dominating her or being controlling. It's simply the natural result of prioritizing yourself. She suddenly realizes that she's no longer in the driver's seat. You're no longer waiting on her replies, trying to earn her time, or seeking her validation. Instead, you're the one deciding how much access she has to you. This reversal can be both confusing and exciting for her. It challenges her expectations and forces her to reevaluate how much she values your presence. People are naturally attracted to those who don't give their power away easily. When you stand firm in your independence, she feels that energy, and it sparks a deeper level of interest. She begins to see you as someone she has to work for, someone whose attention is a privilege, not a given. 8. She becomes curious about you. This curiosity starts to grow as she wonders why you're so unbothered. Why aren't you chasing her like everyone else? What is it about you that makes you so different? This curiosity can quickly turn into a desire to reconnect, to understand what's going on in your life, and to earn back the attention she once took for granted. By maintaining your boundaries and focusing on your own life, you are subtly creating a dynamic where she feels the need to invest more in you. It becomes less about chasing and more about mutual respect and admiration. Your life. One of the most fascinating effects of giving a woman space is the curiosity it sparks about your life. In today's hyper-connected world, where most people share every detail on social media or through constant communication, your silence creates a void. And that void? It's like a puzzle she can't help but want to solve. She'll start wondering, what's he doing when he's not texting me? Who's he spending time with? What's so exciting in his life that he doesn't feel the need to reach out? This curiosity can quickly grow into a genuine interest, especially if you're truly living a fulfilling and busy life. The key here is to focus on yourself. Whether you're working on your career, pursuing hobbies, hitting the gym, or spending time with friends, your energy should be invested in things that make you better and happier. This isn't just about creating mystery for the sake of it. It's about genuinely living a life that's so engaging that it naturally draws her in. Over time, this curiosity becomes a driving force. She'll want to be part of your world, to share in whatever it is that's keeping you so fulfilled. That desire to understand and connect with you on a deeper level can completely change the dynamic between you two. 9. She tries to win your attention. Back when a woman realizes she's not receiving the attention she's used to, her natural reaction is to try and get it back. This isn't manipulation on her part. It's a subconscious response to feeling like she's losing something valuable. You've created a scenario where your attention is no longer freely available, and now she feels compelled to earn it. This can show up in different ways. She might start texting you more frequently, initiating conversations, or even trying to impress you in subtle ways. Maybe she starts dressing differently around you, sharing more about her life, or showing interest in the things you care about. These are all signs that she's making an effort to bridge the gap you created by stepping back. But here's the important part. You shouldn't give in too quickly. Stay consistent with your approach, and let her actions speak louder than her words. If she's genuinely trying to connect with you on a deeper level, that's a good sign. But if her efforts feel temporary or surface level, it's up to you to decide whether she's truly worth your time. Remember, this isn't about playing games. It's about setting the standard for how you want to be treated. When you give her space and maintain your boundaries, you reclaim your power and let your value speak for itself. It's not about manipulation. It's about building confidence, focusing on yourself, and establishing the standards you deserve. If this video gave you a new perspective, let me know in the comments what part stood out to you the most. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video on becoming the best version of yourself. Keep striving, keep growing, and remember, your value is non-negotiable. See you in the next one.